welcome back to the Raw Light Podcast. My name is Danielle Baker and thank you for being here today. How you going, guys? How are we going this week? I obviously don't keep up too much with my social media happenings as I have a lot going on basically in my life that I am kind of just so busy with the bub at home and things at the moment. But I am excited to say that we go on holidays on Thursday and I am super excited. And then I am on my own for 3 days in Adelaide doing my energy masters so I can come back and start to really teach groups on energy. And so I've been waiting for this for a really long time to be in a space. It's literally taken me 5 years to be in the space to be able to do this. So I'm really, really happy with the way that things have kind of gone. So if you have been following me here quite regularly, you will know I think last week I was talking, I'm also 30. I am 30 on Friday, the 2nd of August. I'm pretty sure it's Friday, which I'm super excited about as well. I'm actually so happy to be out of my 20s. Like I said, I'm really happy to be out of my 20s and I'm really, really excited to be going into my 30s. And I feel like your 20s are basically all the learnings and lessons of your life all wrapped into one. I just 100% definitely think that. Today isn't going to be a very full-on poddy. I'm going to leave you guys hanging for 2 weeks after this. I need to take a breather. I actually have a massive headache today as well. I've been pushing myself, doing a bit more fitness and stuff, so my body's just adjusting to that. And I've had massive upgrades or every time before I hit a birthday. And because this one is such a big birthday, I've been in my Saturn return. I think I've spoken about this before, since 27, and I'm really glad to see it leaving my life, if I'm completely honest. I had a lot of happening between, and basically Oakley, I gave birth to Oakley when I was 27, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 27, or was it 28? I fell pregnant at 27 and gave birth. Wait, how old is she now? Look, she's a year old. And so I gave birth a year ago. So when I was 28, so I fell pregnant at 27. So I chose to have Oakley and be in my Saturn return. If you don't know what your Saturn return is, it basically is, most women go through it. Pretty much everyone goes through it. But really, if you're in tune to yourself, a lot of women go from the age of 27 to 30 to 31, depending on the person and what they chose. It's like a big awakening. So it's a massive awakening in life. Okay. So it basically wakes you up and wants you to re-recognize who you are and undo who you are, and then completely undo what you've known, what society has told you, and start to rebuild from your own energy. Okay, so when you start to connect in certain dimensions, all right, when you connect in certain dimensions, you can connect back to your authentic being and who you are. So basically, I have been doing that for the last 3 years and really, really starting to see who I am, where I'm wanting to go, who I'm wanting to be, and how I'm going to step forward in the future with my energy and my work. So for me, it's something really, really special and important. And I'm just shocked at the fact that it's been so busy for the last 3 years. It's flown by. I've gotten married, I've had a kid, all those things. Anyways, I'm not going to go on about that because the last couple of weeks I have spoken mainly about that. I'm just going to touch on friendships for a second, and I'm going to touch on, no, I'm not. What I'm going to touch up on is I've been talking to, let me just see so I can explain it to you guys properly. I'm going to start having people on here. So I came across Jess, the medium, and I have been chatting to her on and off for quite a few times. Her and I get each other, we understand things. She and I have been talking quite a bit, and she was telling me she asked me if I'd like to be on her podcast, and then I said to her, I think it'd be really good if you're on my podcast as well. So that is going to be coming up. I'm going to have Tracey Spencer on here probably 2 to 3 months from now. I'm trying to have Danielle Kettlewell, who's now Danielle Reedy, on here. I'm going to have quite a few lined up of people that I would like to be on here. Becky Felstead. She is a really good friend of mine, and also really good friend in our group. She actually works and talks about sexual assault when it comes to, basically talks about sexual assault, and when it comes to FIFO workers. So that's a really, if you don't know her, I would definitely look into following her. Jess is a medium, and she's quite a famous Australian medium. I happened to come across her stuff one day, and her and I just got talking, and we actually get along really well. So I can't wait to be on her poddy and also her to be on mine. It's actually going to be really, really fun to kind of like have lots of chats with her about a lot of things, which will be awesome. So yeah, I'm just really, really stoked that I'm starting to kind of like move and groove. With Jess's, I don't know if you guys do know. So Jess basically speaks to dead people, and she's had so many really cool stories. She's kind of like myself, got lots of little things that have happened to her whole life. She's an absolutely incredible person. So I'm really excited to kind of chat with her on her podcast and like be on there and just have like good conversations about ghosts really and dead people, which is like basically my life except a little bit adjusted, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's kind of going to be coming up basically for the last half of the year. I'm going to do my best to get everything sorted. I'm also going to be opening up healings in Gelton. If you follow me from Gelton and you really would like a healing, I will be opening that up basically full time, and the same for group work in Gelton. I'll be opening some stuff up with Shannon Kennedy. Her and I are linking up to do a few things, so that will be really, really cool. So these are like the up and coming things that I'm planning on doing for the next 6 months. I'm really, really, really excited to kind of share that with you guys and bring some really special people. Also, I'm going to have Luka Reedy on here. He's one of my best mates, so Danielle's husband. Him and I actually, we definitely feel like we have like a brother-sister bond. It's really, really special. But he's a legend. If you don't follow him, I would follow him on Instagram. Same for Danielle. He is a coach for women who are looking for dating advice and partners and coaching and those types of things. He's really, really switched on, really smart. And the same for Danielle. She works with women and helping empower them. She used to be an Olympian. And is just a really, really beautiful soul with a massive heart and can help anybody shift any sort of way. The same for obviously Tracey Spencer. A lot of people who follow me would know Trace. Trace and I have known each other since we were in high school. She was best friends with my brother for years. They still are, but they've both got partners and kids and stuff, so that has to balance out to husbands and wives kind of being more of their support network and best mate and stuff like that. So that's really important and special. She's a gun, if you know her. She's a very good friend of mine, and we have worked with our mentor for around, I reckon me and her started around the same time. So I would say I've been working with him for 14, and I'd say she's been working with him for about 13. So we've never really grown apart because of the fact we're on the same kind of journey, which has been amazing. And then there's Becky, who has had sexual assault happen to her herself, and she helps FIFO workers, males and females, speak up and speak about like their assaults and lots of different things. So highly recommend, if you haven't, check her out as well. I can write everybody's name in the show notes, but they're the people that I'm wanting to have on here. They're very grounded, switched on people. It's not just about spirituality and stuff like that. I could talk about that all day, every day, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for tips and tricks on how to live a human life in the best way that we possibly can. And if you are feeling like you are going down the more spiritual route and path, like you do genuinely have gifts and you're wanting to work on that, then this is like a podcast kind of for you. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see the next kind of phases and stages that are kind of coming up and happening in my life. But yeah, so we've got lots of really cool people. Gonna go back to Jess for a second. If you haven't checked her out, I recommend that you do. She's the chick that invented the limes underneath the bed for kids and toddlers and dark and heavy energy. So if you have an entity or an energy in your house that you can feel and sense and that you're wanting to cleanse, cutting a lime in half, putting it in a container and then putting it in each bedroom is really important. If you go onto her Instagram, it has it all over it, and I can vouch for this actually because I have had to fight off entities a lot, just like heavy dark energies that don't belong and let themselves in your house. I've had to kind of like get rid of a lot of those. So for me, I've just tried the lime trick. I'm actually good these days, but I tried the lime trick with myself and Oakley, and the rooms both felt a lot clearer and cleaner. They say it works really well for toddlers because toddlers actually are very, very open until the age of 3. They're still very connected to the spiritual side. So if you have quite a sensitive child, I would highly recommend trying this. It actually works really, really well. So yeah, that's one of the things that I have been doing, that I like doing. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. 30 on Friday, which is amazing. I'm super excited to be a dirty 30 in my dirty 30s. Yeah, I feel like for the past 30 years, I can't believe I'm 30. Like 30 years has flown by. Like I just can't believe it. And so much has happened to me in those 30 years. And then another 30 would be absolutely crazy. Like my husband and I were talking, and we were talking about like how both of us have been through so much and in different ways that we're both, my husband's 35, so he's 5 years off from being 40. So we're all just like, whoa, this is like going so fast. I always say to him, I want this to slow down because like I want me and him to enjoy what we've got together here on earth, So yeah, it's been an absolutely incredible run, and we've been both talking about like our lives and like where we're going next and those types of things. And like 30 years will fly by again, we'll probably have another kid in the next like 2 to 3 years. And then we're only going to have 2 children for us. There could be a third, but I just don't think that we're up for the third. So I think 2 is good. If you are a parent and you follow me, you will know what I'm talking about. Oakley is actually a cruiser. I can't really complain. I honestly can't. Like, we have been super lucky with her. When she was a baby until like 6 months, I do think she had colic. I don't think I figured it out enough. She used to vomit a lot, like spew a lot in her cot and stuff like that, like her bassinet, and just like I'd have to hold her up constantly after I'd feed her, or she would just like start screaming and just like have like a really like sore throat and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely found the baby stage, just like for the first 4 weeks, obviously being a first parent, a bit confused. So yeah, we've definitely worked through a lot. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy. But so that's a little update on what's going to be happening probably for me. When I get back from Adelaide, I'll give you a little update. I don't know if I'll be on my phone much. I might update everybody after. But yeah, I plan on using it as like a really nice little retreat, and having the best like relaxation. I think there's like there's an ice bath, there's a sauna, so I will definitely be honing in on those as much as I'm allowed to and can. I feel like my body needs a really good reset, and I feel like I'll come back as a new person. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going on holiday. So that obviously we head down to Perth tomorrow, and then we fly out on Thursday to Tasmania, which will be awesome. My brother lives over there, and we're going to catch up with family, and it'll be good. So yeah, that's where I'm at in life at the moment. I don't really have anything I want to really overly talk about today, guys, so I'm probably going to leave it there. I've still got a cracker of a headache, which I've had for 2 days because I've been sleeping really heavy because Oakley didn't sleep for about 3 weeks. She was really sick, obviously, like I told you guys, and teeth and different things, so she's having a rest. So I've got to finish off packing and have a bit more of a sleep. So I am going to leave it at that this week. I apologise if you think it's a shit week, but I genuinely can't give you too much more else than that. That is where my brain function is, and I would rather tell you guys and be honest and say, hey, my brain function is like 0 and can't actually quite give you what I normally give you. So stay posted and stay tuned, and I'll speak to you guys in 2 weeks. Okay, so I will be back if you're like, oh, I really like this podcast and I can't wait till you're back, which I hope you do. I won't be back until I think 14th is when I'll be dropping my next one. So the 14th of August. So I'll have a couple of weeks off, which I'm going to thoroughly enjoy. And then, well, really it's only a week if I'm just looking at the calendar. It's really only a week that I have off. So I hope you guys enjoy. Actually, if I don't get to you guys on the 14th, which I'm hoping I will, I'll let you know on socials if you follow me. I will be there on the 21st, or it might be just like a belated late podcast from like the 16th or something like that. But yeah, I'll let you guys know and keep you posted. So yeah, those are the things that will be happening at the end of the year. We're also looking for a house, so we've got lots of little things happening and going on. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back into my work by the time I get back from Adelaide. I'm really looking forward to hitting the ground running by the end of the year, or the start of next year, like properly. So if you are interested in getting a healing, I'm just offering just healings at the moment. I have a few clients that have messaged me, and I've just had little calls with them. So if you're wanting a little call just to figure out how it would work and those types of things, we can definitely just do that. If you're just wanting to come for a healing session just to give your body a little bit of a reboot, we can do that. So there's lots of little options for whatever you guys are wanting. So yeah, I will speak to you guys soon. So yeah, I hope that you guys have a great couple of weeks, and I will speak to you then.